Just plus one. And there's more string coming too. Yeah, I've got time.
You gotta wear it. He made me. He made me. Did you know? Yeah, no, he was right now.
He does have two.
That's okay.
Somebody give me a beer.
Somebody get him a beer, he said.
See a finger throwing at everybody.
All right, you have a seat. Have a seat, please. Have a seat. You guys can sit down.
Now look at me.
The kids and I got Gary a little something. We want to thank you guys all for being here and celebrating Gary's 50th birthday. I know it's officially not his birthday. His birthday's not until July 13th, but everybody's here. So we wanted to just celebrate it with you all here today. Thank you all for stepping in and helping out. I couldn't have done it without all of you. So thank you all for celebrating Gary. Yay!
Well, Vivian, don't feel so bad when they celebrated my 50th over here. Remember that? Only problem is, I was only 49. It wasn't I made a mistake. I was only 49. We celebrated our 50th here.
Yes. So right now, guys, I want to open it up. This is your time to share a memory of Gary, to say anything you want about him, or you can just share a funny story if you'd like. The floor is open. He's in the Okay, Nadine wants to go first.
I need somebody's help.
You're Jacqueline helping Nina? Roman helping Nina, or?
I did a good job. I was like, some says those pictures are good. All right. Right on, man. Yeah, man.
Gary, look over here. Pop one time. Okay.
He's going to be mad at me for the next 50 years.
Okay.
I'll go. Yes, you guys can eat while we're talking.
I'll go first.
Let Nadine go.
Okay, Gary, mi carnal. Since we were little dum-dums, you were a real fireball who was always teasing me by doing extra and outrageous things like sticking hormigas in my overalls, trying to pee on my head from the roof, or teaching me to throw rocks at cars from Grandma's house. Even though you drove me bananas when you made comments and snickers, I still followed you around and cheered you on at your baseball games where you thought you were Babe Ruth, chewing your big league chew, and sometimes scored 0. I followed you around because I looked up to you. Even though we were nerds that followed Daddy, the Jolly Rancher, around, chasing cowtails and helping him with our butterfingers, at times you have acted like a matador jerk, a Krabby Patty. But you always rip us a new one and throw us a sour punch here and there. But it still satisfies me to know deep down you are a nice Mr. Goodbar, who has been a lifesaver to me and always there when I needed you. I know if anyone were to act like a sour jack and try to hurt me, that you would roll over, take a shot of Southern Comfort, put a fresh pinch of dip, load your bazooka, and kick some ass. Wishing you a happy 50th and all that is bueno. May God bless you with many more. Love always, your sister Nadine. P.S. I love you so much I even peeled your sweaty baseball feet.
Came from the top of the roof. Oh my gosh. Okay. Gary has explained this.
I know. Okay.
Well, I can't follow Nadine. I mean, I'm sorry. But most of you know, if you don't know, You know, Gary's got a unique sense of humor. You know, when he was young, one of his first little pets was a little white toy Pomeranian. And he named his toy Pomeranian Stinky. Who names their dog Stinky? Gary. Only because I guess the dog must have stunk. I don't know. But anyway, he was always, like Nadine just said here, always pulling pranks and jokes on Nadine and Shelley. And my mom would go shopping every Tuesday of the week with my Auntie Walla. And they would go to town. It wasn't the mall, it was town. And they would leave Gary in charge of taking care of the girls, while Gary, being the prankster that he was, he would fix them lunch. He would fix them a potted meat sandwich. And in that potted meat sandwich, he would put those yellow chili huevitos. Nice. They were hot. The girls were crying, "We don't want to eat it. We can't eat them." But he would make them eat them. And he just thought it was so comical. He thought it was funny. And it really was funny. But I don't ever recall my mom and dad getting mad at him for doing that. So he just continued with his pranks throughout his life. But I have to say that, you know, Gary's always up for a challenge. He was always up for a challenge when he was younger, and he's still up for challenges. I mean, he does things that are just amazing, that amaze all of us. We just can't believe what all that he's capable of doing. You know, when he was young, I had a good friend of mine that challenged him to do some push-ups, and said, if you do 100 push-ups in 5 or 10 minutes, I'll give you $100. And Gary says, I'm up for it. And he says, he can't do it. Guess what? Gary did it in a matter of a few minutes, and he walked off a rich young kid, $100 in his pocket. Hooray, way to go, Gary. But you all know Gary and his personality. Sometimes he becomes a little rough and gruff and grouchy, you know, but you have to bring him back down to earth, because all in all, he really is a good person. He has a very, very big heart. He's very kind and giving and caring, and there's nothing that he won't do for you. I mean, he has proven that to all of us, his family. You know, my mom lost her house. He came to me and he said, nobody's going to rebuild my mom's house. It's going to be me. And I thought, how can he do it? He works a full-time job. How's he going to do it? But you know, he did. He worked long, tireless hours late into the night. Yes, he had family and friends to help him, but he also held a full-time job. But he did it, and now we are all enjoying that beautiful home. And on top of that, he even built our bedroom set. I mean, gee, he's got so much talent. You're amazing, Gary. You know, you come to Texas on your vacations every summer, and it's not really a vacation for you, because all he does is repair my home and repair Shelley's home. It's always something. He's always doing that for us. He doesn't really have a vacation, because that is his vacation. You know, Shelley has this tree in the front yard that was an acorn tree, and I mentioned to him that I hated that tree. It used to shed acorns all year long, and we had to pick up those acorns. I hated it. I mentioned it to him. In a matter of minutes, he was in his vehicle going out to Home Depot. Oops, see? He was out there at Home Depot, and he rented a chainsaw. He cut that tree in a matter of minutes, and the neighbors even came over and said, can you come and cut our tree? He's always there for you, always. Thank you, Gary, for everything that you have done for me. You just don't stop. I don't matter what I ask of you, you're there for me, and I appreciate you so much. We all do. And I'm so glad and happy that I'm here to celebrate your 50th birthday. And may you have many, many more happy birthdays. And I love you, Gary.